Namaskaram. Shri Mahaganapatiye Namah. Shri Gurubhyo Namah. Welcome to today's humble samarpanam on Mayilpeeli. Today we shall chant, learn and understand the slokas of Narayaneeyam Dasakam 100. Let us first chant the sloka and then understand the meaning. Dasakam 100 is the description of God from head to toe. This is the last chapter of Narayaneeyam. This describes the poet's description of God as he saw him in front of his eyes while writing this chapter. The last line of Narayaneeyam is long life, good health and happiness for all the Lord's devotees. This Dasakam describes the magnificent vision of the Lord which the poet Bhattadhiri experienced as the climax of his sustained and lavish eulogization of the Lord in the preceding 99 Dasakams. This vision is set out in very minute, enrapturing detail, starting with the Lord's head tresses and progressing step by step downwards to the Lord's feet, at which the devotee poet takes his ultimate refuge. The Dasakam finally ends in verse 11 with the poet's invocation of the Lord's blessings and benedictions not only on himself but on the entire world at large. After seeking the Lord's pardon for an unintended, inadvertent lapses in the recitation due to ignorance on the poet's part. We all know that Narayana Bhattadhiri, who is the author of this great work Narayaneeyam, had taken his Guru Achyuta Pisharadi's rheumatism and was suffering with a lot of pain and ill health when he was instructed by Ezhuthachan to sing the praise of the Lord from the Matsya avatar to all his avatars that he took and his extraordinary and beautiful exploits during all of his avatars. As Bhattadhiri came to Guruvayur and started this exemplary work of Narayaneeyam, he describes in this Dasakam the form of Krishna that he saw amidst divine blue light. Dasakam 100, Sloka 1. Agre pashyami tejo nibidatara kalayavali lobhaniyam piyusha plavitoham tadanu tadudare divya kaishoravesham tarunyarambaramyam paramasukarasa swadaromanchitangaihi avitam naradadyaihi vilasadupanishad sundari mandalaischa. I perceive ahead of me a dense, beautiful effulgent halo, bluish in hue, like a thick bouquet or ring of kalaya blue lily flowers, by which I feel steeped in nectar. In its inner core I behold the form of a divine lad, fetchingly handsome in his budding adolescence, who is surrounded by Narada and other sages with hairs standing on end on their limbs, signifying their thrilling experience of supreme bliss, and by a bevy of beautiful maidens personifying the Upanishads, or who are the gopis of Vrindavan. Bhattadhiri in this verse describes what he sees in front of him in the sanctum sanctorum of the Guruvayur temple. He sees a divine blue light, and amidst the light he sees the beautiful and enchanting form of Krishna, which he describes in detail in the following verses of this Dasakam. Dasakam 100, Sloka 2. Nilabham kunchithagram ganamamalatharam samyatam charubhangya ratnodam sabhiramam valayitamudaya chandrakhai pinchajalaihi mandharastrangivitam dava prutukabhari bharamalokayeham snigdhatshvetordhvapundram api cha sulalitam phalabaleduvitim. I see your darkish blue, perfectly pure, clean, curly, luxuriant tresses gathered together in a charming knot, beautifully adorned with crest jewels, encircled by a cluster of peacock feathers, with glistening eyes and tied together with garlands of mandara and like flowers. Besides, I also see your broad, smooth forehead, radiant like the crescent moon on the 5th day after new moon, with a clear white vertical sandal paste mark on it. Hence, here we can imagine the beautiful thick curly locks of Krishna tied up in a charming knot and cluster of peacock feathers tucked in it. The center of the peacock feathers is like glistening eyes. There are garlands of beautiful mandara and like flowers tied around the knot. The broad, smooth, beautiful and lovely forehead adorning the vertical Gopi Chandan Namah. Dasakam 100, Sloka 3. हृद्यं पूर्णानुकम्पार्णवमृदुलहरे चञ्चलरोभिलासैः आनीलस्निग्धपक्ष्मावलिपरिलसितं नेत्रयुग्मं विभोते सान्द्रश्चायं विशालारुणकमलदला कारमामुग्धधारम् कारुण्यालोकलीला शिशिरितभुवनं क्षिप्यतां मह्यनाते. O Lord, may those pair of eyes of yours, which are charming through the play of the eyebrows throbbing like the gentle rippling waves on the ocean of infinite compassion, which are refulgent with rows of deep blue gleaming eyelashes, which are soft, lustrous, and shaped like the long petals of the red rose, those eyes possessing very beautiful pupils and cooling the world by their merciful glances. May those eyes be cast on me, who has no refuge other than you. Here we can imagine the enchanting eyes, eyebrows, gleaming eyelashes of the Supreme Lord and His merciful glances. Let us pray for His merciful glances be bestowed on us, as He is the only solace for us. Dasakam 100, Sloka 4. Uttungolasinaasam Harimanimukura Prolasatkanthapali व्यालोलत्कर्णपाशाञ्चितमघरमणि कुण्डलद्वन्द्वदीप्रम् उन्मीलद्धन्तपङ्क्तिः स्फुरदरुणधरश्चायबिम्बाधरान्तः प्रीतिप्रस्यन्धिमन्दस्मितमधुरतरं वक्त्रमुद्भासतां मे. Let your face, with its prominent and captivating nose, brilliant with the pair of bejeweled fish-shaped earrings adorning the lovely ears, and reflected on the cheeks resembling mirrors of blue sapphire, the face that is extremely attractive on account of the gentle smile oozing affection between lips of cherry red hue, mildly revealing sparkling rows of white teeth. Let that face of yours always shine before me, praise Bhattadhiri. Here we shall imagine the beautiful nose of the Lord and the jewels that He adorns on His ears, which is reflecting on His clear and smooth cheeks, making it look like the mirror of blue sapphire. The enchanting face, the lovely smile, the beautiful red lips, and the rows of sparkling white teeth of the Lord is so very captivating. Let us pray that we be able to see this form before us whenever we wish to connect with the Lord. Dasakam 100, Sloka 5. बाहुस्द्वन्द्वेररत्नोज्ज्वलवलयभृता शोणपाणि प्रवाले नोपातां वेणुनालीं प्रसृतनगमयो खाङ्गुली सङ्घशारां कृत्वा वक्त्रारविन्दे सुमधुरविकसद् रागमुद्भाव्यमानैः शब्दब्रह्मामृतैस्त्वं शिशिरितभुवनैः सिञ्च मे कर्णवीतिम्. O Lord, please sprinkle, impregnate and soak the passages of my ears with the nectarine and refreshingly cooling melodies that is Brahman itself in the form of sound coming forth from your flute, placed at the tip of your lotus-like mouth and held in your two hands, adorned with jeweled bracelets and coral red tender palms, and the flute has acquired variegated hues through contact with your fingers and the radiation emanating from your nails. Here, the beauty of the Lord's mouth, the music of the flute that he holds in his beautiful and tender palms, his fingers and his nails are referred to. The divine music from his flute is referred to as the Brahman itself in the form of sound. Dasakam 100, Sloka 6. उत्सर्पत्कौस्तुभश्री ततिभिररुणितं कोमलं कण्ठदेशं वक्षश्रीवत्सरम्यं तरलधरसमुद्दीप्रहारप्रतानं नानावर्णप्रसूनावलिकिसलयिनीं वन्यमालां भिलोला लोलम्भां लम्भमानामुरसितवतता भावये रत्नमालाम्. I meditate upon your handsome neck, colored purple by the radiating luster of your Kaustubha jewel on your chest, beautified by the Srivatsa mark and adorned with clusters of dazzling pearl necklaces dangling around, garlands of forest flowers and tender sprouts and bunches of multicolored blossoms with bees hovering around them, and also the necklaces of precious stones spread over your chest. This sloka describes the Lord's beautiful chest, which is adorned by the Srivatsa mark that he got from the kick of Bhrugumuni, the dazzling pearl necklaces, the various beautiful flower garlands, and how the bees are hovering around those beautiful blossoms. Dasakam 100, Sloka 7. Ange panchangharagaihi atishaya vikasat saurabha krishthalokam leenanekatriloki vitatatimaphi krisham bipratam madhyavallim shakrashmanyastapto jwalakanakanivam pitachelam dhadanam ध्यायामो दीप्तरश्मि स्फुटमणिरशना किङ्किणी मण्डितं त्वाम्. We meditate on you, the unguents of 5 ingredients smeared on whose body attracts the whole world by the spreading of its fragrance. We meditate on you, whose midriff waist is slender and creeper-like, even though it holds all the 3 worlds within. We meditate on you, whose body is like a rock of sapphire and is adorned by a yellow silk cloth, the Pitambaram, which is shining like molten gold, overlaid on a rock of sapphire, and wearing a girdle made of studded gems and with many bells on it, which is emitting brilliant rays. In this verse, the scent of Krishna's transcendental body is explained, which surpasses the aroma of musk and attracts everyone. His body is anointed with aromatic substances like musk, camphor, kumkum, sandalwood, and aguru. He wears a radiating yellow silk garment on his waist and a gem-studded girdle with little bells. His waist is described as slender and creeper-like, irrespective of all the 3 worlds getting merged into his abdomen. Dasakam 100, Sloka 8. Uru charu tavoru ganamasrunaruchau chitta chorau ramayaha Vishwakshobam vishankya dhruvamanishambhau pitachela vrithangau anamranam purastad yasanadruta samastartapali samudgachayam chanudvandyan chakrama prutula manobhe chajange nisheve. I meditate upon your 2 well-proportioned, resplendent thighs, which steal the heart of Devi Lakshmi, and which are always attired in yellow silk garment, as though fearing their potential for causing universal agitation to the onlookers if exposed to view. On your pair of knees, resembling two caskets containing a collection of all objects desired by your devotees who prostrate before you, and on your two fleshy, well-tapered, beautiful forelegs, Bhattadhiri moves down to the two handsome thighs of the Lord, which are solid, soft and charming, that which steals the heart of Devi Lakshmi. Those beautiful thighs are always covered with the yellow silk garment. Here it is so beautifully said that the two knee caskets of the Lord holds all that a devotee prostrating on his feet desires. Dasakam 100, Sloka 9. Manjiram manjunadhairiv padabhajanam Shreya ityalapantam Padagram bhratimajjat Pranata janasmano mandarodharakurmam Uttungatamrarajannakara himakara Jyotsnaya chashritanam Santapadvandahantrim Tatimanukhalaye Mangalam Mangulinam. I meditate upon your anklets, which seem to proclaim in sweet tones the overriding superiority of worshipping your feet, upon the upper part of your feet, shaped like the tortoise which raises the minds of the devotees sinking in the sea of illusion, similar to the raising of the Mandara mountain by your tortoise incarnation, and also on the auspicious row of your toes and the upraised purple-tinted crescent-shaped nails, the lunar radiance emanating from which dispels the darkness of sorrow in the minds of your devotees who prostrate on those beautiful, tender, lotus-like feet, my Lord. Here the sounds of the beautiful anklets of the Lord are described, and goes on to say how the radiating light from those anklets dispel the darkness of sorrow from the minds of devotees who prostrate on those tender lotus-like feet of the Lord. The Lord's toes and nails are described so well here. Dasakam 100, Sloka 10. Yogindranam twadangeshwadikaksu maduram muktibhajam nivaso bhaktanam kamhavarsha Dyutarukisalayam nadate patamulam nityam chittastitam me pavanapurapade Krishna karunya sindho krutva nisheshatapan pradishatu paramananda sandoha lakshmi. May the soles of your feet, which to the noble sages are the sweetest and most beloved among your limbs, which constitute the abode of the liberated, and which resemble the tender sprout of the wish-fulfilling celestial tree that showers on your devotees all that they desire, be forever remain firmly embedded in my heart. O Krishna, Ocean of mercy, the Lord of Gurubhyo and Master of the world, may these feet of yours dispel all my woes, confer on me the flood of prosperity and supreme bliss absolute. Here the soul of the Lord's beautiful feet is described, and Bhattadhiri prays that may those feet always rest in my heart. O ocean of compassion, destroy all my sorrows and confer a full abundant flow of supreme bliss. Let's pray to the enchanting Supreme Lord that His mercy be upon us and we too experience supreme bliss. Dasakam 100, Sloka 11. अज्ञात्वा ते महत्त्वं यदिह निगदितं विश्वनाथक्षमेताः स्त्रोचन्तैतत्सहस्रोत्तरमधिकतरं त्वत्प्रसादाय भूयात् द्वेधा नारायणीयं श्रुतिषु च जनुषा स्तुत्यता वर्णनेन स्फीतं लीलावतारैः इदमिह कुरुताम् आयुरारोग्यसौख्यम्. O Lord of the universe, deign to forgive me for any unknowing, unintended lapses on my part due to my ignorance of your greatness. In this hymn of over 1,000 verses, which I pray may bestow your grace on one and all, its title Narayaneeyam signifies its two aspects, which are that its subject matter is Narayana and its composer also bears the name Narayana, as in Narayana Bhattadhiri. Let this composition, which narrates your incarnation and sportive exploits, which are extolled in the scriptures as being eminently praiseworthy, confer long life, sound health, and happiness on one and all in this world. The last verse is about seeking forgiveness from the Lord for any mistakes that may have been performed while describing the Lord due to ignorance, and also a prayer to grant long life, sound health, and happiness to all in the universe, praying for Ayur Arogya Saukyam. Hare Krishna. Govinda Nama Sankirtanam, Govinda Govinda, Narayana Akila Guru Bhagavan Namaste. Shri Haraye Namaha, Shri Mahaperiyava Sharanam, Shri Narayana Bhattadhiri Padame Sharanam.